Aloha everyone, Ronnie Landis here, and I want to bring a really important insight to your awareness because I think it's going to help recalibrate your mindset and the filters in which you're looking out into your reality and what you see what is possible for your life. Here's the deal. There is a virus in the motherboard of humanity right now. And this virus has nested itself into the minds of people all over the world. And this virus is to look at all the things that are going wrong in our life and then to complain about it. To blame circumstances, to blame other people, to blame lack of resources for why things are not working in our life. And as the famous adage goes, it's not about resources, it's about being more resourceful. And I want to let you know that complaining is not a resourceful activity. Complaining is never a solution. It's a viral infection. It's a virus of the mind. And if you are going to achieve your dreams and you are going to live the best life possible for yourself and the healthiest life possible for yourself, you have to edit out that virus completely. You can't negotiate with it. You can't negotiate with your fear and with your doubt and with your concern and with your not enoughness. You have to transmute it. You have to reformat it. You have to reprogram it. You have to go into the hardware and find out what software is running and reprogram it step by step. How do you do this? Well, I think the best way I could sum that up is that you make a choice. And not just a moment in time when you have high resolve and you have an epiphany, you have a revelation. That's a fuel source. But really how you change your life from complaining to reframing is you make a choice each and every day. Moment to moment, you continually take conscious actions to change your viewpoint, to change your judgments, to change the action steps that you're taking. A lot of people stumble on their way to creating their visions with this single thing I see with a lot of my coaching clients, a lot of the people I work with and working with their psychology. I find a lot of people are afraid to actually take that first big step because they think that unless it's some huge grandiose vision and they're not involved in like what they feel like their entire life's mission is, then it's not worth their time. The story is that it's beneath them, but really what's going on there's a core fear of showing up in the world and actually taking the steps because people are afraid of being disappointed. They're afraid of failure, of being wrong or looked at interestingly by other people, right? These are all fears that inhibit us from actually planting the seeds. And it's not about the huge vision right now. The reformatting of your mind is about planting seeds in the fertile soil of your mind, which you will bear fruit and you will harvest those seeds at a later date, right? The ultimate demonstration of faith is planting seeds in the wintertime, right? Everything is seasonal. Everything is seasonal. Your life has seasons, your hormones have seasons, your metabolism and your neurology operates on an oscillation of seasons or a cycle of seasons, right? Understanding the seasons in your life is important, but ultimately, as the parable of the sower goes, you have to keep sowing your seeds. You have to keep intentionally focusing on what you want to create in your life and looking at what you already have in your life and making better use of the resources that you have. Dropping the fear, dropping the mind virus that says you're not enough, that you don't have enough, that you can't do enough to be enough in the world. All that does from a practical standpoint is it keeps you doing nothing. That's ultimately what happens. So wouldn't it make more logical sense to just plant seeds? At least that's an activity. At least that's doing something. You're putting the trajectory of your life force energy on a more productive path. And then if you sow 100 seeds and only one of them comes to fruit, at least you have that one. But if you sat around in your own thought process and mulling over why you don't have enough, then you're ultimately never going to have enough, because you're not planting seeds to get something, right? But really what the universal principle here is that if you keep planting seeds, you will harvest the fruits of your labor at a later time, because everything manifests in its own time. God's delays are not God's denials. You are always in preparation for something greater than yourself, and who you are right now is an ever unfolding possibility. And the way you change your future is by changing your present moment. Thank you so much for joining me. And this is Ronnie Landis signing out. Until later, much aloha.